So hello everyone, let us solve another LeetCode problem, and the problem name is minimum absolute difference. So given an array of distinct integers ARR, find all pairs of elements with the minimum absolute difference of any two elements. Then return a list of pairs in ascending order. Each pair A, B follows A and B are from ARR, A is less than B and B minus A is equal to the minimum absolute difference of any two elements in ARR. So the problem statement is pretty much straightforward. We need to find the minimum difference between any two elements. So whatever is the minimum difference, let's say x, we need to find all such pairs such that their difference should be equal to this minimum difference. So this is what the question is saying. So we need to find the minimum difference between any two elements, right? So how we can get the minimum difference between two elements? We can get minimum difference between two elements if and only if those elements are as close to each other. So if we want elements to be as close to as each other, that means we need to sort the array, because then only the gap between the two elements will reduce. So we will first sort the ARR array, and then what we will do, we will find what is the minimum difference between any two elements in this entire array. So we can find what is the minimum difference. Then we will do again one iteration to find all such pairs whose difference is equal to this minimum difference. So this is what we'll be doing. So let us understand with the help of this first example, then you will understand in more better way. So this is the first example. ARR is given as this. So first we need to sort this array. After sorting, the array would look something like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4. So first of all, we need to find what is the minimum difference between any two elements. So initially our min difference will be initialized to int max, because obviously if we want to have the minimum difference, so we need to initialize it with as max value as possible. So that's why we are initializing it with int max. So first two elements are this, so their difference is 1, and this is obviously lesser than this int max, so our min difference will update to 1. Then the next two elements is 2, 3. Their difference is also 1, so it is same as the min difference, so we won't update our min difference. Next two element is 3, 4. So 3, 4, the difference is 1. Again it is equal to the min difference, so we will not update the min difference. Now we will iterate over this array again: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we will again check what all pairs are there whose difference is equal to the min difference. So first of all, we will check these two pairs. So its difference is 1. So we will push this into our answer. So this is one pair, 1, 2. Then we will check these two pairs, 2, 3. Their difference is also equal to the min difference. So we will push these pairs into our answer. So this is also one pair. Then we will check these two pairs, 3, 4. Their difference is also 1. So we will push these pairs into our answer. Now we are at the end of this array. So we found these three pairs whose absolute difference is equal to the minimum difference of any two elements in the array possible. So that's why you can see the output is also this only. So this is how we'll be solving this problem, and this is pretty much easy to understand, and this is actually a easy problem. So let us see the code now. So this is the code. So first of all, I have declared the integer n, which is nothing but the size of the array. Then I have declared a variable min difference, which is initialized to int max, and this will take care what is the minimum difference present between any two elements inside the ARR. Now I am declaring the vector of int answer, which we actually need to return, which will consist of all the pairs with the minimum difference possible. Then we are sorting this entire array because we need to have the minimum difference between two elements, so we need to sort the array. Then first we are finding what is the minimum difference between any two elements. So we are doing ARR of I minus ARR of I minus 1. We are starting our iteration from 1 up till n. So whatever the difference is, we will compare it with the current minimum difference. If this difference is lesser than this min difference, that means we need to update this min difference with this difference. So after this entire iteration, we will get the min difference. Now we have the min difference. We need to find all such pairs such that their difference is equal to this min difference. So we will again iterate over the entire array starting from 1 and then less than n. We will calculate the difference between the two elements, and we will check if the difference is equal to the main difference. That means this is the pair. So first of all, we are creating a vector of int which will be denoting the pair. So this pair will be having ARR of I minus 1 and ARR of I. Now we need to insert this pair into our answer. So we are just inserting this pair into our answer. In the end, we are just returning this answer. So this was it about this problem. This was easy to understand, and I hope you understand this solution as well. So yeah, thank you for watching.